Hey guys, sorry that I'm a little bit late, technical difficulties. Technical being, it was a crazy week where we did all sorts of fun filming and so my camera equipment was everywhere. But we're all set up now and I will hopefully be able to see comments if you guys throw them up there. We're just gonna do a quick yoga session here. And I'm gonna try some music this time. Hopefully that works well too. I'm still learning the copyright things as well for the music, so I've got some free music we're gonna try. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let me turn this music on. It's also hopefully gonna help me stay on time. We're gonna try to do about a 20-minute session here. And this is yoga that you can do with the kids. It's nice and gentle, so go ahead and have them line up next to you and we'll just do it together. All right, let's start by just taking 3 deep cleansing breaths, kind of, shake off the day. These are the nice deep breaths you want to take for about a count of 10. And blow them back out nice and slow also. Good job, guys. Another deep breath in. And you can go ahead and check your posture while you're doing these deep breaths also. And blow it out. And third, deep breath in. All right, guys, this is gonna be a sequence that's a bunch of the warrior poses. So we're gonna start up. I pulled out my mat today, but if you don't have a mat, no worries. If you're on a hard floor, remember you can just grab a bath towel. Go ahead and stand towards the top of your mat, and we're gonna go ahead and raise our arms up, reverse swan dive, stretch tall towards the ceiling. Remember to spread out those fingers and keep a nice, tall, engaged spine all the way through. And then you're gonna bend over towards your toes. Do a nice toe touch. If you can't go all the way down, don't worry about it. Hang here, shake out your neck. Just a few deep breaths to really get into that stretch. Go ahead and reverse swan dive back up. Back to center. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit cut off. You're going to be able to see me more through most of the thing. But, all right, we're going to do that one more time and then go into downward dog from that. So reach up. Stretch those fingers out, and you can even give this one a little bit of a bend in your back before you swan dive it back down to your toes. Once you hold this for about a breath, you're going to step back into downward dog. Remember, with downward dog, you want to push your head through your arms and really get a deep stretch in those legs. If it's too much, just walk it out. Great job. We're going to start on the right leg with all of these poses. So I want you to take your right leg and just push it up. Keep a flexed foot. If it's too much for you, you can leave it pretty close to the ground here. Just go up as high as you can do. Take a couple of breaths, and then I want you to swing that leg through, up to your arms, into a lunge. Hold this lunge for just a couple of breaths. And again, if it's too much right now, go ahead and rock it out. You don't have to hold completely still. If you haven't done these kinds of poses in a while, it's good to get a little bit of motion in there while you're stretching it out. From here, you're gonna shift your weight back to center. Keep that lunge pretty deep. You're gonna raise your arms up into warrior one. Once you're nice and stable in the position, you can look up through your hands. If you don't feel like you're stable enough, you can move your legs closer together. Couple more breaths here. One more breath. And then we're going to shift into warrior two. And I'm going to face backwards here for a minute, but doesn't matter whichever way you shift is fine. But you just rotate your feet forwards and have your arms straight out. You can leave yourself in that lunge if you feel like you're stable enough to do so. And look over that front hand. I'm going to turn around here so you guys can see these next couple of poses. Alright, from here we're going to do a reverse warrior, which means you're going to lean towards your straight leg and stretch over the top. So your lunge is still going towards your right leg, but your right arm is reaching away. You're getting a nice side stretch in here. And in this pose, your right foot should be facing towards the end of the mat, and your left foot is going to be facing forwards. Do a couple more deep breaths here. If at any time any of it's too much, just stand up, kind of shake it out. One more deep breath. And now we're gonna kind of windmill our arms around and shift to stretch the other side. So leave your legs the way they are in the lunge that you have on your right side. Swing those arms around. And just do a nice deep side stretch on that left side. All right, 2 more deep breaths here. We're going to go back into warrior two, which is up with the straight arms. Now swing it around to warrior one. This is when you rotate your feet back in line with each other. Back into that lunge. Back into the 3-leg downward dog. Back to downward dog. Step back up to your hands for the toe touch. And then reverse swan dive up. Alright, how you guys doing? Halfway through. We're going to switch and do the other side now. Take a couple of breaths here. Grab a glass of water if you need to. How are the kids doing? Any kids doing it with you guys? I always loved when I was a nanny, I'd always have my kiddos do yoga with me. It was a great way to get some of their energy out and to help calm all of us down. It was wonderful. All right. Let's go ahead and center back up. Back up towards the front of your mat. I want you to go back into the first thing we did. Reach up. You can do a little bit of a back stretch now because you guys are all warmed up. Bend down into that toe touch. Still make sure you shake that head out and make sure you're not holding anything too tight. If you can reach behind you, get a little deeper stretch. Reverse swan dive back up. Back to center. This next time we're going to go into downward dog and we're doing everything on the left side. So reach up. Forward bend down to your toes. Step back into downward dog. Make sure you push your head through your arms. Flatten those feet this time if you can. We're going to do left leg into the three-legged dog. Make sure you keep that foot flexed. Just get it as high as you can. Don't need to overdo it, but do give yourself a nice stretch. And you're going to swing that leg through into a lunge. We're going to hold this one a little longer. Make sure that you're keeping your back nice and flat. I'm kind of at an awkward angle you probably can't see, but you don't want your neck up, you don't want your neck down. You're just keeping your spine nice and flat. Two more breaths here. Then we're going to push up into warrior one. All right, step your legs a little closer together. Keep that lunge, but swing those arms up. Make sure that you're never pushing your knees past your toes. Look up if you can. Make sure that you have your fingers engaged, nice and stretched wide open. One more breath here, then we'll switch to warrior two. All right, open those legs up. I always like to start centered. You stretch your arms out, and then you can go back into that lunge when you're ready. Remember, the side that you're engaged on is going to be pointing towards the end of your mat. The other leg is going to be pointing off the side. Look over that engaged hand once you're ready. Sorry, my cheat sheet keeps turning off on me. Two more breaths here. Y'all are doing good. This is a nice easy one to do. You kind of just run through all the warrior poses. We're even skipping one, but you can run through all the warrior poses and kind of just engages everything, which is nice. And it's one that the kids can do with you. All right, we're going to swap back into reverse here. So remember, stretch down towards your straight leg and up over the top. Give that nice side stretch in here while still keeping your leg engaged in that lunge. If it's too much, you can straighten that leg out and just do a nice reverse side stretch. Work your way up to including the lunge. If you can hold this and hold it well, go ahead and look up that arm past your fingertips. Two more deep breaths here. Then we'll go into the opposite side stretch. One more breath. Windmill those arms around. Stretch over the top. Same thing here. If you can get into this stretch good, go ahead and look past those fingers. Or you can just look straight up towards the ceiling. And if all that's too much, just look straight ahead. Good job, guys. We're almost done. After this, we'll just do it all in reverse to get back to center. One more deep breath here. All right, go ahead and come back up to warrior two. And back up to center. When we go backwards, I just do about one or two breaths per pose. Swing your arms around into warrior one. Straighten those feet back out so they're in alignment. Then we're going to go back down into the lunge. You have to stretch that leg back out to make sure it's a nice good lunge. Bring your feet back together and stretch into downward dog. Should be able to do this one now without walking it out. Step your feet back up to the top of your mat. Hold that pose for just a second. Before you reverse swan dive back up. Nice stretch, clear through your spine. And back to center. Nice. Good job, guys. Now remember, after anything like that, if you were feeling it while you're doing it, do some nice stretches afterwards. So you can sit down, do a nice little butterfly. Good job. Stretch our arms out here too. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's one of my favorite ones to run through because you can do it pretty quick and you can always make it longer or shorter depending on how long you hold those poses for. So if you've got a little more time, hold each of those stretches just a little bit longer. And if you don't have time, just run through it fast. Your other option is always running through it multiple times. So you can make it a quick sequence and then just do it 3 or 4 times instead of just 2. Just always make sure that you do it the same amount of time on each side. Especially if pregnant or postpartum. Swap sides. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad you joined me, and even though Thanksgiving's on Thursday, be looking for a little workout anyway. Gotta work some of that food off at some point in between everything. So make sure you pause and do the workout on Thursday as well, and have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks guys.